Hey guys, Jeffries here and welcome back to Minecraftopolis. Today we start again in front of the giant map, which I've actually forgot to complete, so apologies for that. However, this map is now outdated. It's quite badly outdated. I need to go around again with the atlas and make it better again. You can see where our quarry is actually. I've got some ideas for where our overworld quarries are, because there's another one somewhere. I think it's around this area here, but I've got an idea for them, so no worries about that. This river is going to be extended upwards. You can see the gap there that we need to break out. There's also another couple of gaps around here which I need to get on digging with. And we're going to have bridges and tunnels and all sorts of things so that players can cross the river. But now I want to talk about something a little bit different before I show you what's new on the server, and that is sound quality. Because again, I've had people complaining about the sound quality of my videos, and as much as I agree, there's only there's a limit as to what I can do in such a short space of time. I have invested in a new microphone, although I haven't set it up fully yet. I'm still using my old headset, and the reason I'm doing that is to see actually if the problem is within my editing software. So I've already done a little test with the headset, and through Audacity it sounds fine. So if the problem, when this video is uploaded, if the audio problem still exists, then it helps me narrow down where the problem actually is coming from, and therefore I can fix it, and therefore better videos for everybody. But now I've got that out of the way, let's focus on what's new. And I think this is actually going to be the last time I do the what's new on the server thing, because I'm only involved in some of these projects. I'm not involved in all of them. Slip does quite a lot of the building work. Like I said, he built the tower, he modded the farms that we had going, and he's also added in this little raised area around the back here. I built the lighthouse, so I featured the lighthouse, and I built the road that you can see down the bottom there. But one of the things that is new, which I did take part in, which I'm going to show you, I better not rest on top of that tree because the harvester will take it away. But it's this. We have this raised wall here. Again, this is the river that I was talking about just now that we need to widen. So you can see sort of the route that it's going to end up taking. But this building here is my favourite building on the entire server so far. And you might be scratching your head and wondering why, but this is going to be a railway station. Now, there's probably a few of you out there moaning and groaning already, thinking, not into that sort of thing. Not everyone's into Railcraft, not everyone's into all of the mods, but I like Railcraft, it's a good one. And actually, since this is going to become a living, breathing city, transport is as crucial as, places to live. So this is going to become one of several stations across the city. This one is special though, because it's going to be overground, underground, basically everything. What I want to do in today's episode is start building the cavern underneath for the underground section. But before I do that, I'm just going to show you this little building here as well. This building is not going to last very long. It's ugly, it's not actually that practical, but it was needed at the time. This is a mob grinder. So if I cut open this really quickly, you can see we've got some mob spawners in there. I'll try to avoid looking at that skeleton. We've got Blaze, Skeleton, Witch, and something else. I can't remember which other one we've got in there. But they all get pushed down to the front via conveyor belts, into the grinder, converted into whatever it is they drop, and then the essence goes into a tank and then a drum, which is back at base. So yes, it's functional, but it's not very nice, and I don't like it. I really don't like it. So as soon as it gets replaced, the better. Yeah, it's ugly. It ruins the landscape. We could put a building around it, I suppose, to try and make it look a little bit nicer. But overall, I think we can actually use this space for better purposes. So yeah, it won't be lasting very long. But yes, that's the end of the tour of today's episode, and it's also going to be the end of the tour for most of the series. Like I said, I'm not involved in all projects, I'm only involved in some of them. So I'm only really going to feature projects that I'm involved with, unless I do like a world tour, in which case, of course, I'll go back and show you the projects that I've been heavily involved with as well. As well as the ones that I've not been involved with, which is what I was meant to say there. So yes, as I was saying, today we're going to be building the cavern for the underground station. So I kind of want the stairs to be in line here with the door. So there's going to be an overground section, which is what this bit's for. You actually have to go up 2 flights of stairs so that the track can get over this road here, and it will probably slope down once you get out of the station. That's probably how it's going to go. I'm not fully decided. It might even be built on a plinth above this section here, and then, I don't know, we'll have shops or something in here. But the underground section definitely is going to be from about here, let's say. So the first thing to do is to dig it all out. We're digging out the stairs first, as you'd expect. Now I don't want to go too far underground. Not really. Too far underground would be overkill. But I want to get down far enough so that we're not going to accidentally dig out into the mob spawner, for example. And also I want to make sure that I avoid as much of this river here as possible. I'd like to build the track on a bridge going over the water, really. So that's what my target is. In fact, I should really let's get F3 up. I kind of want it to be on this level. This level is 65, so 65 is going to be my track limit, which means the platform limit is going to be a block above. So what have we got here? In fact, this is 65. This isn't going to work. Okay, we'll have to build a slope from the station for the track to go over. We also need to lighten this up a little bit more. It's a bit dark down here. There we go. A lot of this needs to be lit up, but I'm actually going to use glowstone for that, which is why I haven't done it yet. I'm also going to use powered lights, because again, this is a city, it's going to have an electric supply, so it makes sense to do it like that. I need to cut this off as well. There we go. Okay, that should about do it for this level. Now it's about getting out the hammer and going to town on this. Let's put another torch there for now so I can see what I'm doing. So if I carry on digging this way, this is going to be part of one of the platforms. So it's actually, the track is going to be on this side here. It's going to be a 2-block wide platform. That should be enough. This should also be a good enough height. Way too short. That is because we're actually going to have the second platform is going to be built underneath the first. So this is the first one here. Let's kind of build a mock platform. So it's going to be like this. Let's just use this. Kind of like that, and then the track will run along here, and then it will disappear into a tunnel this way. Actually, I need to start digging back up so we can get to the bridge level. Let's just stick that torch there, and then up one more. Like that. Level 65. Carry on digging this way, and we should eventually break through. Would help if I could see what I was doing. There we go. Oh goodness. Don't think that was meant to be there. Just carry on digging straight. There it is. And there's the river. So that's going to be one track. The other track is going to be on one of these sides, and then it's going to dip down and underneath and end up going to a platform directly underneath the first one. So you can kind of see how this is going to work. I like the idea, actually. I think it's a clever idea. So yeah, that's the first one. And actually I think this is a good enough size as is. So I'm kind of dithering a little bit. I'm trying to plan this on the fly, which I don't do very often, I should say. Especially when I'm doing Cities in Motion, I tend to plan the majority of what I'm doing before the episode begins, and then it's only during the episode that I might make some small tweaks, but nothing too drastic. Whereas today I'm completely making this up as I'm going along, which is not the best of ideas. I don't really recommend it, but you do end up with some interesting designs, like what we've now got. So this is going to be like this, and this is one platform. The overground network, Slip came up with the idea of a single track with passing loops, and I kind of like that, because it's less of an eyesore, and it gives me a chance to sort of experiment with mechanical junctions and things like that. However, for this line, because it's underground, I feel like we have more space to work in. I think we can actually make more of a go of it. So because of that, I decided to do double track. But with some stations like this one, have one track above the other for the actual platforms. So this is one stairway comes down like this. The other stairway is going to break off from here. So again, we're going to do it like this, and we're going to create headroom, because we are going to put stairs in at some point. So because of that alone, we need to make sure that there's actually room. You don't whack your head as you're going down. Right, so we'll get rid of those two as well. Dig out a flat section here. Now I thought this might happen. What I've done here is, where I was using my mining turtles, I appear to have dug into one of the caverns, and we've got some zombies that aren't too pleased to see us. That's fine. That's not a problem, because what I can do is cover him up. Goodbye. And then we need to go this way again. So hopefully we don't invade on the staircase above. Doesn't look like we're going to, which is always a good sign. I will fill this in at some point as well. I'll make it look pretty again. But for now I'm just going to carry on digging down. Like so. And I think it's one more. What coordinate is this? 237. So I need to get this one to 237. So this is 236. No, this is 235. So I've got two more to go. I suppose we're getting resources while I'm doing this as well, so it's not all bad. 236. And then I think we'll just do it flat like this. For 237. So this is going to be the site of the second platform. So I need to just double check quickly. 237 is... So 239 is where the track is actually going to go. So 239... This is 238, so 239 is here. Like that. And that's where the track goes. So this bit here is actually going to be platform level. So let's dig all the iron out, because we want to keep hold of that. Let's use marble, just to represent where the actual platform is going to go, and then we're going to get out our stone hammer and we're going to do some digging. Where the heck did you come from? Yeah, we're starting to get spawned mobs in here now, which is a bit of a pain. So how long is this? The stairs come out here, so this is the far end, and the platform is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 long. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 long. And then we need to dig up a little bit. Got a bit of server lag. Bit of a problem, not too bad though. Like that. And then all of this just goes along like this. Like so. And then eventually over time we'll actually start working on where the track comes out. We've only done this end at the moment just so I could show you whereabouts the river was in relation to where we were actually digging. This is a good level actually, I like this level. I think this is where the zombie came from, yes. I think that was a creeper that just blew up. So the sooner we can light this place up, the better. We might end up putting a wall around the entire city as well, just so we can definitely make sure that no bad mobs get in. We did have a problem. I used to have an Enderman spawner inside that mob spawner I just showed you, but they used to teleport out and cause a bit of mischief. So I've taken that one out now, just to try and prevent that from happening. Let's get some cobblestone for this bit. I'm not sure whether I'm going to light the tunnels up or not, because in theory there's track there, so mobs won't really be able to get in. Plus it'll be electrified track, so they'll stand on it and kill themselves immediately, basically. But it's whether or not I don't know. It's whether it's whether people using the network actually want to be able to see where they're going. That's the one. Can I just whack my head on a block, or no? I think I'm okay. Yeah, that's the one that makes me wonder whether I should light it up or not. Is whether you actually want to see where you're going. I don't know. I haven't fully decided yet. What I do know is I do badly need to fill in this area, so I also need to decorate this as well. Definitely needs decoration because it looks horrendous right now. I might just use facade blocks. Aha! That's where the zombie would have come from. I didn't even notice there was a hole there. Let's fill that in. Yeah, I might just use facade... Actually, no, I need... Ow. Sorry, guys. I'm dithering. Yeah, I might just use facade blocks. That's what I keep trying to say. To make this work. Just so it looks a bit nicer in the long run. Just decorate it a little bit. And also it's cheaper to use facade blocks because you can just go... like 1 cobblestone equals 2 facade equals 4 cover and then 16 of whatever the one after that is. So you end up getting like 8 times the amount you originally started with. So that could be a really cheap way to do it. Because then I can actually use expensive materials like... Maybe not diamond and emerald, but things like gold. You can end up making gold walls. Or at least putting more gold into the walls. And it could look nicer. But that's going to be another plan for another episode. Because what I actually want to do now... I need to get this back up to level 65. But the first thing I want to do is go... say to here. And I want to go along... 2 like that, so we're now 2 blocks away from the original track, and now I want it to go up. We should have plenty of room to do this. Let's see. Just pop that there for now. What level are we on? 59. Oh wait, I needed that one. That one, and then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 61, 1, 2, 3. Oh, I think we've hit dirt. Yes. So we're on 62. That's about the same, I believe, as the water level. 64, and then 65. And then it's just a case of digging straight forward. And there it is. And there's the initial tunnel, and there's this one. So that kind of gives you an idea now as to which platform is going to go in which direction. Which I suppose is a good thing. And the corner, it's kind of not hidden, which is another reason why I wanted to not light up the tunnel. It's so that you don't see necessarily the ugly side of this. Curves on this game aren't the nicest of things to look at. Let's put it that way. Did I get all the ore? Yeah. Yeah, curves are not the nicest thing to look at, so any chance we have to avoid it, I'd gladly take. So if we could just take the lights out and hide all this, it would look nicer. Slopes as well, I'm not a big fan of. What am I doing? Pressing the wrong button. So this gives you an idea now as to what this station is going to end up looking like in terms of infrastructure. In terms of decoration, it's obviously nowhere near finished. We're going to put signs on it as well. We're going to decorate the actual cavern bit here itself. We're going to put stairs in so you can get up and down a lot quicker. And all of this area is going to be decked out. This is going to be an interchange station, so it would be wrong to just leave it as is. So yes, that's about it for today. Not a lot happening today, I admit. It's mainly just talking and trying to explain things. Over time, as we gather more resources, more building work will happen. But for now, it is just about... It's about making plans, really. I'm going to try and find a piece of software where I can draw a map of kind of what we want this city to look like, to give you guys a fair idea as to what this is going to look like in its early stages. Obviously, plans change, people change their minds, so this isn't going to be how it's fully going to be. It will change a lot, but for now, this is what it's going to look like. So we've got the tower, the lighthouse. This area over here is going to become like Docklands, which is another reason why this station is here, and it's an interchange station. It's mainly for the tower at the moment, but in the future it will be for the docks as well. And then we've got the boardwalk, which if I show you over there with the boardwalk cafe, It all looks very nice. We've actually got this balcony, which I didn't even know existed until I was flying around the base one day and I suddenly noticed it. In fact, it might be when I was recording the last episode of this. But yes, this gives nice views across the boardwalk, and all of that's going to be developed as well into shipbuilding, docklands, that kind of thing. It's going to look very, very nice. We do have a fair idea as to where things are going to go. That's not a roof. We got ideas for different districts of the city, so like residential, financial, industrial. This is more of the industrial area at the moment, but I think that's going to move somewhere off into the horizon. I kind of want to get rid of that slime island as well, or incorporate it into some kind of skyscraper, because that doesn't look very pretty at the moment. So any excuse to get rid of that, I wouldn't mind. But yeah, it's slow, this process at the moment, I admit that, and I agree with people out there who might be thinking that this is a very slow series, but it will pick up over time, I can guarantee you that. As you can see, we've already started laying roads, which means we're mapping out streets. And as we map out streets, we're going to come to points like here, where there's a big gap, and we need to fill it with something. And that's where the excitement in this series is going to begin, because we're going to be designing buildings. And that's always, I mean, it's a key process of every build, but for this city especially, it's going to be exciting, because it means things are actually going to be happening. We're going to start creating things. And that's what I'm looking forward to the most. But for now, guys, we are going to wrap up this video. So thank you very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, be sure to click the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to my channel, thank you guys for your continued support. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video. And until next time, I will see you soon.